Several weeks ago, I discovered that under the title Loom Knitting for Beginners, there were many books by different authors using stolen patterns and images. For instance, this one here is not by this Elvira person. The content is by Isela Phelps. If you're in the Loom Knitting community, you know that this belongs to Nicole Cox and not Mr. Cheryl Sloan. It seems to be a trend to use Mr. In front of the author's name, even though it's a female. For instance, there you see again the Cheryl Sloan, and you'll see names like Mr. Jessica Gouth. In my case, my images were in a book by Mr. Michelle Brown. So I found that the back cover is where this person used my copyright image, which had been all over social media, including my website, YouTube, my Patreon, everywhere. And another thing that I want you to be aware of is I wouldn't have found it if I had been looking at the Kindle version of the book. Because again, you can see the cover and the inside using Kindle. Going through the first few pages, in fact, I know that these are stolen images, none of which are mine, but the back cover is not there for me to have seen. I only see the front, back, and the inside when I'm looking at the paperback. So during your research, make sure that you do click on paperback, and then once you have found your information. See here, Kindle doesn't show that back cover. So once you found your book that's been stolen, come here to where it says learn more and click on that link right there. It's going to open up to a more detailed page, and you're going to scroll down to about the middle and pick up that unique number, product number for that book, and then continue to scroll down where you'll see the option to report an issue. In my case, it was the copyright images, so I'm choosing this middle option, and I'm going to click report, which is my link, and that's going to open up to a page where you need to be signed in to your Amazon account. And then just keep scrolling until you get to the middle, because the first thing you want to do is paste that unique number that's on your clipboard. Make sure that the right book comes on, and then on the drop down, choose the ISN number, because you want to focus on the title and not the seller. By the way, I on my first time put 4 books, only do 1 title at a time. It just doesn't work when you do more than that. And then you're going to say whether you're the rights owner, which in my case I am. I'm not the agent. And on these 2 drop downs, I'm going to choose the copyright of photos and images. And then I have stuff already here that populates because I've done so many of them, and so I give a quick explanation as to what it is, which is the copyright of my images, and I give a link where they can see the images. Then you have here where you can add additional information. In my case, I wanted to give them a date when I initially published my images, and so I give them a link again to that page, including a date when I post it on my website, which clearly says my images are copywritten and all the content as well. And I give them a date and link to the YouTube post of that image. And although I have them, like I said, everywhere else, Twitter, Patreon, whatever, I found that just giving those 2 was enough. And then as a seller, I say, yes, I'm a seller on Amazon, and then you're going to give your content, your contact information, and click the next 3 boxes. That's it, and then you just submit. Now, I do want to tell you that if you have a hard time with Amazon, in my particular case, these idiots actually went and on their dedication page, they gave a notice of copyright through Macmillan, which is a really big publishing company, and is not true. So Macmillan actually helped me take down one of the books that Amazon did not help me take down, because I really didn't know what I was doing at that time. And don't feel shy about contacting your community. In my case, my community contacted me and helped me take down a couple of books as well. And if watching this video has made you a little curious about loom knitting, be sure to check me out at loomahad.com. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching.